What more, if anything, needs to happen to make that a viable proposal?
We're in discussions. This offer was a pleasant surprise. The offer from the pension is for individual firefighters to contribute more of their take-home pay toward their pension. That's a very generous offer, and we are appreciative. But it reflects no true pension reform, and nor does it reflect the ability to formalize our ability to negotiate. Because whatever we might decide, we still have to go through Austin and the entire legislative process, and so we countered back with the things that we've been talking about since the beginning of my administration. Things like caps on COLAs, or cost of living adjustments, the ability to have meet and confer, just a formal mechanism so that we don't have to go to Austin if we all agree on something. And in fact, a question about whether we could, while they are offering, we did not ask, they are offering to raise the contribution for firefighters, whether they would be willing to cap the city's contribution so we could have budget certainty. And so we're in a discussion process.
Yeah. How do you interpret their decision to come forward with this idea now?
I don't think they liked my proposal for a completely separate pension for new hires. What I want to reiterate is that we have the ability and authority to create a new pension for new hires, and that decision has zero impact on existing firefighters and zero impact on retirees. But their willingness to engage in these discussions is most welcome.
Yeah, and is that, if these discussions reach a conclusion, a suitable conclusion, would you then consider pulling the separate pension for new firefighters off the table?
That's what they're asking for, and of course, if we reached a positive conclusion, that's part of their offer. They'll give money to the city, taken out of firefighters' pay, if we'll pull down our pension proposal.
Yeah, the dog is still showing up in the shots when you're talking about something else. Like
It's cute. Come on.
All right.
I'm talking to them.
Well, Mayor, let me ask you, last night you were in attendance at the fundraiser for Sylvester Turner. Are you intending to make any endorsements next year in the race?
I have 3 or 4 council members who are making noises about running for mayor. So it is in my best interest and the best interest of the city for me to stay out of any mayoral races for as long as humanly possible. And I have to say that it irks me a little bit to have folks talking about running for mayor. I am still the mayor of Houston. There is only one mayor of Houston, and I am going to be the mayor of Houston until January 1st of 2016.
Do you have any updates on the Wortham situation and the Botanic Garden and the golf fundraisers?
I think we're nearing the end of negotiations with the Botanic Garden. We continue to try to nail jello on the golf course issue, but working successfully and I think fruitfully with Houston Golf Association. When they entered the picture, it really changed the dynamic, because we had a lot of individuals who were passionate about Gus Wortham, but the city needed a partner who was willing to actually put some skin in the game, and so we, interestingly, the Houston Golf Association, while they are interested very much in Gus Wortham, they have a longer agenda of wanting to perhaps take over operation of multiple municipal golf courses. And so we are trying to deal with our immediate issue, which is what do we do with Gus Wortham, because we have a viable offer. But if we negotiate successfully on Gus Wortham, to give Houston Golf Association a path forward if they want to pick up more golf courses. And as soon as we can get something in a form, more concrete form, we'll bring it back to council.
Does that then move back to the initial benchmark fundraising date? Because there's one in January.
It
right?
does,
So,
and the individuals who initially stepped forward have stepped back, and they are now allowing the Houston Golf Association again. Having a formal entity with which to negotiate has helped in the process, but it has certainly slowed things down.
Mayor,
It's
you
going
got
through multiple hands. Okay.
I just got to sleep.
See,
Wait a minute, he has one question, right?
okay.
Wait, just one about the anniversary of the Rita. So back then, we were prepared, now how we are right now, right here.
Yes, does it want the puppy?
Give me a cat.
I'm sorry.
Hurricane Rita then was a little bit like now, how we stay now versus the hurricane season and stuff like that.
We learn from every significant storm, and from Rita, we learned about how better to manage evacuations. We have a firm protocol now with the state of Texas. We have changed the way we do pre-planning. We do pre-placement of generators. We do pre-placement of fuel along evacuation routes. We have a much crisper message where we specify by neighborhood, by area, when people need to evacuate, and it worked well in Ike, and we believe that going forward, and again, we continue to learn, and we plan and refine, but going forward, while we can't stop a hurricane from coming, we think we can manage an appropriate evacuation response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor.